Welcome to Push to Pass podcast with JP Murray, a discussion about business, racing, sports, and life. This podcast delivers insights on what makes businesses, teams, and people successful based on real-life business experiences. Following a career with America's largest associations, JP Murray founded the Murray Company, one of Washington, D.C.'s most successful consulting firms. The company was acquired successfully and enabled him to launch JP Murray Racing, a business development and sponsorship agency for auto racing teams. Here is JP.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Push to Pass podcast. In this episode, we'll be exploring the importance of self-awareness when shifting your job or your career. So let's just dive right in. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 62 of the Push to Pass podcast. Hey, today we'll be exploring the importance of kind of self-awareness when shifting your job or your career. So let's just dive right in. Hey, when we're embarking on a new career journey, it's common to carry a sense of pride and identity from our previous job. Hey, we've had this success. I've been working in this in decades, or I've got these accomplishments. And with that comes a little bit of ego. However, when you're adapting to a new environment and acquiring new skills, requires a different mindset, one that embraces humbleness and a willingness to start afresh as a beginner. And you need to be either self-aware of that or the market's going to make you humble and remind you that you are a beginner. So as context, I went from a 3-decade career in association management. I started my own business in association consulting and fundraising. Then I sold that business, the Murray Company. And after that exit, I hopped over to launch something that I was really passionate about, auto racing and new sponsorship development business for racing drivers, teams, and tracks. You might think, man, that's a big shift. And in some ways, it's an entirely different environment, but in others, you'd be surprised by the similarities. So let's talk about that. Number one, putting your ego aside means that you've got to be open to feedback, listening to others with different perspectives, understanding the failures and mistakes that may occur along the way, because some of this is going to make you really humble. And it's about embracing a growth mindset and being comfortable with the discomfort that comes with this transition. Now, I want to emphasize that these are things you might have forgotten or rejected along the way. This kind of looking back and being open to these new perspectives. Previously, I understood the space. I knew the industry. I had my client base very well networked. You may have stopped listening to the market and others because you were an expert. However, as you enter a new industry such as auto racing sponsorship sales, it's essential to recognize that your network in that field doesn't know or trust you yet, and you've got to build a sound foundation that requires time and effort. You do that by taking in all the information you can and learning again. Secondly, you've got a new network. And it's important to remember that your current network, the one that you're leaving behind in effect, in the association space, for this example, in business development, won't abandon you on a large scale. And the fact is, most people really don't care that much. So I want to encourage you to keep your current network and start to build out adjacencies or new industry friends. In fact, a few customers or industry friends that you currently have may resent your transition or not be happy that you're changing the business because, frankly, they rely on you. But it's crucial not to fixate on that. They're primarily focused on their own careers and lives, so if you've done some things that disrupts it, there could be some hard feelings for a while, but over time that kind of dissipates. And I'm also going to counsel you that your current network may be quite useful. And in fact, my association experience has enabled me to be familiar with companies and industry associations that are really quite established in racing. So in effect, that is my unique value proposition, that I might be able to get to companies and verticalities because of my association relationships. So make sure you keep those bridges and contacts that you've made open and accessible. Third, you may discover that your transition into a different industry may need some of the qualities that you've already established. In fact, they're quite transferable. If you think about it, your ability to provide excellent service, your skills as a communicator or storyteller, your understanding of business processes, and maybe your financial acuity, these qualities are leveraged into your new career and they're interchangeable in almost every industry. In fact, my sales and communication processes in racing sponsorships has not changed. I'm convinced that they can work in every industry. I'm just applying the things that I've learned over the last 3 decades to a new space. Fourth thing I want you to think about is the career change needs to be for the right reason, or even a shift in your existing industry to a different area. Here's what I learned. Success and monetary reward is never enough. It doesn't quench the thirst. It doesn't satisfy you for very long. Sure, there's a surge once these things happen, but long term, man, you need something else. The most important aspect of finding something that fulfills you is so important. Where can you serve? Where can you be happy? Especially in the second half of your professional journey. Sometimes we find ourselves on a treadmill conditioned to do a job that no longer challenges, rewards the soul, or motivates you. And frankly, maybe someone else needs a shot at your business, or to run it, or to lead it. It's crucial to recognize when it's time to step off that ride and explore something new. However, let's be clear, it takes desire and a high level of self-awareness and energy and work to navigate the transition. Be ready and prepared for that. It's not an easy path, but with the right mindset, commitment, self-awareness, you can embark on a fulfilling and exciting new career. Hey, I hope this is helpful. Please join me on LinkedIn for my daily videos. YouTube channel's got all sorts of content. And also my JP Murray Racing channel on LinkedIn. Can't wait till the next episode on the Push to Pass podcast. See you soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to the Push to Pass podcast with JP Murray, a discussion about business, racing, sports, and life. If you would like to sponsor Push to Pass, send an email to jp@jpmurray.com. Follow JP on Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. His website is jpmurray.com. Until next time, push yourself to pass the competition. Thanks for listening.